Welcome back to Dave's Madhouse. Last week here at Elf 6 Studios, there was a huge update, and the map was totally redesigned by ShadowPig. A huge maze was added, that includes several things to find, and another area for the racing rampage, plus a play area and some refreshments. Keep visiting, because it is continually updated, and we have a big one coming in the next few weeks or so. So let's go see what happened with our weekly meetup. What is my cameraman doing up there? Sorry, I meant Dave's cameraman. I have dissociative identity disorder, and sometimes I think I am Dave. Being locked away in a computer program all my life hasn't helped. Dave's first friends, were Slipknot and Stan. They had both come very well dressed for the occasion, I must say. Dave asked them if they had seen the maze yet, because he knew they hadn't. Slipknot told Dave that he was shorter than before. Yeah, well, Dave is about 170 years old now, so bits have been falling off for a while now. Stan said, "This is the first time I have been here." And then he stepped over Dave, to emphasize Dave's apparent shortness. But Dave was unfazed by the constant bullying, and he had already conjured a revenge trick. Dave gave Stan his orders, and his mission, should he choose to take it, was to enter the maze and discover the lost boy that had gone into the maze a long time ago and had disappeared. ShadowPig rubbed his butt on Stan's head. Stan saluted and went off on his way. Slipknot was gathering intel from the guy sitting outside the maze. Then the two wannabe heroes set foot into the unknown. And they were never seen ever again. Good night. Oh, sorry, there is more unfortunately. Dave decided to have a beer. He had his favorite witch's brew. Now he had managed to get rid of all these visitors, he was enjoying the solitude, and the sweet sound of the birds singing. Then he started to think. Thinking is not good for an old man who's half drunk, and short, and bald. He began to feel lonely, and there was no one around to talk to. He went to get a hot dog. But even that was shut. So he hid behind the tent and started to cry. No, wait, I'm reading the wrong script. That was for Mr. Beast. Moving on swiftly, Dave went round the back of the hot dog stand, because his bladder was full of witch's brew. I think I preferred the first reason. Did I mention I don't get paid for this? He started heading back to the studio, and saw Slipknot coming. Yay, a friend to talk to. But no, she took a wide berth and kept on running. Dave decided some jogging might be a good idea, so off he went. He spotted Slippy, so went to see her. He asked if she would like a witch's brew. She said, she was too young to drink, especially with very old elves, that could be her great-great-great-great-great-great-great-great-grandfather.
Yeah.
Dave went for a ride on the Ferris wheel. He was joined by Stan, who must have finally found his way out of the maze. Dave asked Stan if he would like some brew, but as it turned out, Stan had already had too much, and was having trouble standing up. Later on, Dave and ShadowPig were chatting about future updates to the game, and enjoying the evening sunshine with a cold beer. All of a sudden, Hello came running past. He was apparently on fire, which might have explained the running, but no, it was all part of his appearance. So Dave said hello. I'm at a place called Vertigo. Sorry, where was I? Oh yeah. which was starting to get confusing, especially when Dave came to say goodbye hello. Nobody knew if they were coming or going. I suppose it could have been worse if someone else was called goodbye, but let's not get into that. So Dave stood watching Hello and Raider, Roddy, let's just call him Roddy, running round in circles. And then suggested they all go and burn rubber. So they did. For some reason, Hello was trying to fly in his car. Then the killer and Super Foxu came to join Dave. Killer was doing a magic trick of walking through the car, and then totally vanished into thin air. Dave was now driving under the influence. Don't try this at home, kids. Then Killer was suddenly back again, until Shadow Pig shot him, and he vanished again.
Could everyone stop getting shot?
Dave tried to get back in his car, but kept missing. And realized the car wouldn't go in a straight line. Dave's vision was taking a toll from all the witch's brew. Everything was in treble vision. For some reason, Shadow tried to run Dave over, probably due to not getting paid, or some such nonsense. Then Foxu nearly crashed into Dave, so Dave tried to crash into Foxu, who from now on we shall call Wolfie, for no reason whatsoever. The ramp jumped out of the way, and he hit the wall that hadn't been there seconds before. He narrowly missed Shadow Pig and got caught by a tribe of hay bales which had surrounded him. He could see at least 20 of the nasty creatures. He managed to escape the hay tribe, and sped off like a man possessed, almost ramming and killing Killer, which would have made Dave the killer and Killer the victim. Dave's driving was now so bad, he couldn't even go straight, and then it all went dark. Slippy and Wolfie rushed to the scene to rescue the drunken lunatic. They somehow managed to get him out. Now, after seeing how bad Dave was driving, you would avoid him at all costs, but for some insane reason, Wolfie tried to get a ride on Dave's car. This is where it all started. After watching the footage later on, it was of the opinion of Dave and Shadow Pig, that Wolfie was either flying, or he was lagging somehow. Dave could see in his mirrors, what appeared to be a flying Foxu, or flying Wolfie. With his treble vision, he thought it was an evil entity chasing him, so he was trying to avoid it. Every now and then Wolfie came into view. Dave escaped into the new area, hoping to lose the apparition, and tried to pull over, and then, bam, Wolfie caught up. Dave was flung into the air and landed in the ground. Unable to move, he had a nose full of sand, and just the tip of his head sticking out of the ground. Slippy thought it best to try and push Dave further in, by jumping up and down on his bald nugget. There was only one escape: death. After respawning, Dave went back to the crash site to assess the damage. He needed a shovel, a very big shovel, but there were no such things around here. He put out a call for international rescue.
5, 4, 3.
But all he got was Shadow, Slippy, and Wolfie. This was going to be a long night.
I'm up here, you morons!
1 hour later.
Dave explained to Shadow what had happened to the car, after a flying wolf had chased him round the map, and then landed on the back, sending the car flying into the air, and then sinking into the ground. Dave was trying to blame Slippy. Shadow thought Dave had finally lost his marbles, and slowly ran off, taking the wrong car. In reverse. Slippy wanted to go too, so Dave offered her a lift. So Dave showed off his taxi driving skills. And proved he wasn't drunk. Just insane.
Armadillos!
Later, they all took a selfie together, and then went to stare at the pyramid that seemed to be rising out of the ground. Shadow came to have a look, and then tried shooting it. Dave then suggested that somebody had planted the pyramid. Wolfie seemed to agree, and said, "Ah yes, pyramid seeds." Maybe he knew something the others didn't. And maybe he was just as crazy as the others. It wasn't long before other people started to drop in, literally. The pyramid must have been totally mesmerizing, because they all stared at it for the rest of the evening, totally ignoring the new map. Give a kid a great toy, and they will play with the box that it came in. BX Contour decided to do some running on the spot. Then everyone wanted to stand on Dave, because he wasn't short enough already. Or maybe they wanted to squash him into the ground, so he couldn't make any more crap videos, like this one. He will probably fire me for that comment, but like I said, he doesn't pay me anyway. Dave had another drink. The gang decided they all wanted to break the Roblox world record for tallest avatar tower. Nobody actually knew what the record was, but they went for it anyway. Dave was the foundation of the tower, and then Wolfie, Cantor and Roddy were the tower with Slippy on top. We got 5 high, which was good enough. They now claim the record until proven wrong. The gang felt victorious, and celebrated into the night. They felt invincible, at least, until Shadow Pig killed everyone. Let's get back to the news. Dave started playing a new game called The Wrong House, and also another one called Bake Bread at 3 AM. Have a look at those after this one, if you want. You will be glad to know, that's all we have time for, so come join us next time and get yourself in the next video. Thanks to all the guys who joined last week, hope to see you again. Check out the other videos, like, share, sub, wash your hands, eat your vegetables, be good and remember, book early. Love ya.